Many people have difficulty making decisions, and there's a easy way to solve this problem. It may take some practice, as with everything. If you just start lifting weights, you're not going to start with the heaviest weights. But if you know the methods and you understand the process, then it becomes a lot easier. So the place to start is to recognize that we live a spiritual, physical life. So physical is everything that we're going to physically move around. And then spiritual is everything else. So, for example, all of our thoughts, thinking, conscious, subconscious, feelings, all of that belongs to a realm of spiritual. So it's not physical, so it's spiritual. And once we identify our life that way, so let's go to a very basic starting point there, so it's easy to understand this and easy to always come back to it. What happens at a funeral? We see that the physical remains are there, and we see that the dearly departed, or the spirit, has gone. Now, without our spirit or our spiritual side, our physical side has no power. So all of our power, decision making included, comes from our spiritual side. Let's keep spiritual in the purest form, in that it has to do with all the characteristics of thoughts, thinking, and that. And so now, how does this affect decision making? When we want to make a decision, then we have to realize that the decision that we're making is an individual choice. So no people are going to make the same decision for the same reasons. Everybody has their own set of experiences that they'll use to guide themselves to make decisions. And when people are lost on what decision to make, it means that they're not clear enough about what their goals and purposes in life are, so then it's hard to make decisions. So how do we find that ever elusive why? Why do we do this? Why do we do that? Why do we want this? Why do we want that? And in order to find that why, the more that we observe, the more negative and positive inspirations we'll have. And as we observe those inspirations and as we're guided by them, using our feelings, then we find our why. So when we observe enough, then we reach a point where we find an unstoppable why. And at that point, then we know why we want anything in any particular area of our life, depending on if we've observed enough in that area of our life. From that, once we have a solid why for many areas of our life, then decision making is easy, because we know, okay, well, we want that as the outcome, so then whatever the decision is that we have to make is relative to our why, relative to about what we want for our life. And that makes decisions a lot easier. So there was a question where a person asked about giving up on their dreams. So if you're not certain if you should give up on your dream or not, all that means is that you've only got a very low level of observation, background, the history, the reason, the purpose for it is. And so if you're not certain enough about whether you should be giving up on your dream or not, then more observation will provide more insight, will provide more inspiration, both negative and positive. And depending on how you use that inspiration, then you'll be able to make your decisions a lot easier about whether you should give up on your dream or not. And that applies to everything in life. So if you'd like to learn more about the spiritual powers that we all have, then do the self-test at mylifesoup.com. And for those who are ready for more coaching, as with many of our clients, for 3 months or 6 months, and really make progress on spiritual empowerment so that you understand mind, thought, thinking, conscious, subconscious, feelings, and get the maximum use of these so that you can live a truly powerful, empowered, spiritual, physical life. Then for those who are interested in taking it a step further, then they may be interested in checking out our Earn While You Learn life coach training program, where not only do you learn how to use all these things, but you also learn how to coach people on, so you can help others as part of our team to help people grow in their spiritual, physical lives. I'm John Verway. I look forward to meeting you.